Greetings, Geechlings, Geechin Prime here with another One Piece discussion video. This time we're covering Jinbe and his power-ups, or potential power-ups, it's all up to Oda what happens, but, it's fun to speculate once in a while. Anyway, as I start off with all of these videos, we talk about the hockey first. Well, he already has armament hockey, and I'll get to what he might be able to do with that in a minute. But I definitely see, given his strategic mind, his overwhelming power, being anywhere between the third to fifth strongest member, and I did say the third, of the Straw Hats. His durability against fire and the like, Sanji wouldn't stand a chance. So Jinbe would definitely probably dethrone him, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll just be fourth or fifth, depending on where you place Frankie. But anyway, observation seems like up his alley. Like I said, his tactical, strategic mind. And he's already learned one kind of hockey, so the other one, it seems reasonable. But anyway, mentioning hockey, we have armament hockey. He's been shown to have it. He has a fairly good grasp of it, and it's very strong. Let's make it a little stronger, shall we? Okay, during Whole Cake Island, we see him he survives an attack from Big Mom herself with only minor injuries. It was called shark skin, which was based on like pottery that has like a shark skin design to it. Okay, this kind of power-up that I'm about to mention would happen like a arc or so afterwards, after he's seen Luffy in Gear 4th, and be like, a full or partial body hockey armor. This could be useful. So then he makes his own, where he becomes Orca. It goes fitting with his whale shark theming. So he would essentially have like a tribal kind of pattern with his, on like maybe just his upper body. I mean, it doesn't have to be a full body thing. In kind of the general shape of an orca or a killer whale, if you prefer. And then some other ideas that I had was like, okay, I was thinking while looking this up, because it was hard to come up with. I like to have 3 ideas at least in these videos. And Jinbe was a tough one. There's a few others that are tough too, but I thought he would be fun to do, and then I hit just a brick wall with ideas. But anyway, I was thinking one day, it's like, okay, he's a master of Fishman Karate and Jiu-Jitsu. What other, well, both of them are of Japanese origins. I'm like, well, what other fighting styles from Japan are there? And then it hit me, sumo wrestling. I mean, be it, you got Fishman's sumo. Well, be it a pre-existing technique or style, or Jinbe like creates it himself. It could even go into like what he does later on. Like if he created it himself, maybe he starts up a dojo or something, teaching other fishermen on Fishman Island or wherever him and the crew travel in the post story. Learning the new arts that he's discovered and created. And let's be honest, 100% honest, he's a thick boy. So he already has the body type for this sport. So it fits very well with him. And we've already seen where he does like arm thrusts and stuff, which is what, sumo wrestling is most famous for. Arm thrusts, shoving an opponent out of a ring. But it does incorporate some grappling moves and well-timed dodges. And given that Jinbe is a pretty swift-moving big guy, this is right up his alley. And just imagine, he's surrounded with cannon fodder characters, and he does a small miniature version of Vagabond Drill, where he just starts, which is basically arm thrusts anyway, and just like, so sidestepping them, tripping them up, and he just takes them all out. Then my final idea was, okay, we've also seen during essentially his introduction arc, was the Impel Down arc. And during the breakout at the end, when they were fleeing well, I say the jail, it's a prison, he used whale sharks to escape. And he can talk to them. It's a unique trait to him. Most fishermen can't talk to aquatic life. Apparently it's only for merfolk, which I think is odd. But whatever, I guess to give them a little, like, well, even the fish or the mermaids can use fisherman karate and stuff. So what is there a point to that? But anyway, so yeah, he maybe has a small pod or whatever you call a group of whale sharks. I should have looked that up. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Whale sharks are large in general. I mean, they're about 3 times the size of a normal human, which then I was like, they do have big gaping mouths. What if they become like a stealth force for say the ship is docked off coast or something, or in a secret cove or whatever, and then the Straw Hats jump overboard, yes, including the devil fruit users, and they essentially get eaten by the whale shark group, which they'll be known as the Soaked Squad. And then they swim them inland, and they arrive, and nobody's none the wiser. They'll, kind of circle around the general area until the Straw Hats come back, and then they flee. There you go. Quick entry, stealthy entry, and quick exit once you need it. It would be great during the Whole Cake Island arc, but it didn't happen. Then you have emergency propulsion. Also Whole Cake Island, they ran out of cola and couldn't use coupe de burst. And say the wind wasn't on their side. Well, have a few of them kind of bunch up along the bottom of the boat and propel it forward. And there you go. Emergency power. Then you could have an emergency detection system. So say there's a sea king a good ways away, and they notice it, and they come swimming in, and it's Jinbe, there's trouble on the horizon, and he warns the others, and they fight it off. And then finally, with I kind of mentioned, with the kind of thing where they sneak into a place, well, obviously they would be used for aquatic rescue as well, because say Luffy falls overboard or Chopper falls overboard, Luffy could probably save himself, so say Brook or Chopper most likely, and then one of the whale sharks comes and saves them. And I could even see Brook, for instance, he had Laboon, an island whale, back when he was alive, over 50, I guess it's 52 years now. And it's having such a cute little companion, or a companion with the crew like that, it would stoke up those feelings that he once had. And he would bond with one of them most likely, and possibly call it Laboon too. And that would just be lovely. And he probably would never be scared of the water because he knows his buddy would be there to save him. But yeah, that's about all I really had. I mean, they're quaint little ideas. I always try to make things as believable as possible, try not to stretch things too much, But yeah, like I said earlier, it was tough trying to come up with that third idea, and then I was like, he can talk to fish, so let's just go with that and just elaborate on the purposes. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Keishan Prime, and I'll see you next time. Keishlings, roll out.